and welcome to your class today. Now, today we're going to look at page 77, exercise 7, pronunciation. Now, I know you love this one, especially you, Patricia, so this one is for you. Now, it says here, pronunciation, and we have our very famous sound, no, which we know is called the schwa, no? So let's read, excuse me, the information in the box, shall we? Now, it says, fine-tuning your pronunciation, the most common sound in English. Now, did you know that the schwa, no, the sound, is the most common sound in English? Now, let's read about it. Let's see. It says, is the most common sound in English. If you use it, it will help your word stress and sentence stress to sound more natural and fluent. No? So the is the vowel sound, no, in many common unstressed words in a sentence. For example, an, the, was, were, no, to, as, for, than, when they are not stressed. Of course, if I read the list, an, the. But if I put these words in a sentence, no, they are not stressed. So then they become sounds. No? So we should know, no, that it is the most common sound. Now, what else should I know about this sound? Well, in English, you know, this sound, the sound, can be spelt by any vowel. Now, it always occurs in unstressed syllables, no? So it is an unstressed sound, no? Or in unstressed words, for example, articles, no? And prepositions. Now, we should try to make an effort to pronounce this sound, no? This sound, no? Because it will make your speech more natural. Now, are you ready to practice? Let's see. So, can you see letter A? We have a sentence which in fact is sentence number 1. Can you see? From exercise 6. So we'll be going back over our similes to practice the schwa. Are you excited? I certainly am. Let's see. Now, so we've got a sentence here. Now, can you see? I'm not going to read the sentence because that would be cheating. Of course, no? So in this case, you can see some words are written small, no? And some words are written in kind of bigger font. Well, the words which are small are the unstressed words, no? And the words which are big are the stressed words. Now, let's look at letter A. Can you see? It says, look at the sentence from the vocabulary exercise. Circle the unstressed words with the sound. Okay. Which 3 stressed words also have the sound? Now, remember, 2 things we learned. The schwa is the most common sound in English, no? And it always occurs in unstressed syllables or unstressed words. Now, let's have a look. Look at the sentence. Now, circle the unstressed words with the sound. And which 3 stressed words also have the sound? Now, let's have a look. Have you got an answer? Take a moment, because right now we're going to take a look. Now, so here, now we have as, no? As stubborn as a mule, no? And we have to go, to go, no? To go, can you hear? To the doctor, no? About, not about his bad back, no? So these are the unstressed words, no? Which have the sound. Of course, what are the other unstressed words? Well, let's just take a quick look. We have my, I, that has a diphthong, no? And we have he, no? That has the E, no? And we have to the doctor. Let's listen now to the sentence. Okay, then we will look at the stressed words which also have the sound. Now let's listen first of all. To our sentence. Are you ready?
4.26. My husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back.
So those are the unstressed words with the schwa. As stubborn as a mule. Refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back. Now, let's find the stressed words which have the sound. Shall we take a look? What about these stressed words? Well, the stressed words with the sound are husband, husband. Now remember, we mentioned that the schwa is always in unstressed syllables. So in the word husband, it's the second syllable, husband. Stubborn, the same, the second syllable, stubborn, stubborn. And doctor, the same, doctor. So we need to be aware that schwa, the schwa is always going to be in unstressed syllables and unstressed words. Now let's listen again. This time pay attention to husband, stubborn and doctor. Are you ready?
4.26. My husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back.
Now, it says, listen and check, practice saying the sentence. Now, then practice saying sentences. 2 to 10 in exercise 6A. Hooray, the similes. Now, are you ready? So I'm going to play the sentence again. Now, my husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back. Now, about his bad back. Are you ready? Let's listen and repeat. Now, I know you might feel a little bit silly, but remember, nobody's watching, nobody's listening, just yourselves. Here we go.
4.26. My husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back.
No, my husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back. Now, shall we do the same with sentences 2 to 10 in exercise 6A? Let's see. Now, here we go. Let's complete as we go along. Let's complete now our similes. And we will read. I will read them and you will repeat. Now, are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go.
4.25. 1. My husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back.
Okay, let's repeat. My husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back. Are you ready for number 2?
2. She's as white as a sheet. I think she's going to faint.
Now your turn. She's as white as a sheet. As white as a sheet. As white as a sheet. I think she's going to faint. No, she's as white as a sheet. I think she's going to faint. Your turn. Are you ready for number 3?
3.
He drinks like a fish. He really ought to cut down.
Now, he drinks like a fish, not a fish. He really ought to cut down. He drinks like a fish. He really ought to cut down. Your turn. Are you ready for number 4? Here we go.
4.
He's as deaf as a post. You'll have to speak up a little.
No, he's as deaf as a post. You'll have to speak up a little. He's as deaf as a post. You'll have to speak up a little. Your turn. How are you doing? Number 5, here we go.
5.
She sleeps like a log. I don't think she's ever had problems with insomnia.
No, she sleeps like a log. I don't think she's ever had problems with insomnia. No, she sleeps like a log. I don't think she's ever had problems with insomnia. Your turn. Okay, what about number 6? Here we go.
6.
Your mother's as blind as a bat. She should get her eyes tested.
Ooh, what about this one? Your mother's as blind as a bat. She should get her eyes tested. No? Your mother's as blind as a bat. She should get her eyes tested. Your turn. Are you ready for number 7? Here we go.
7.
She's been as good as gold. She took all her medicine without making any fuss.
Here we go. She's been as good as gold. She took all her medicine without making any fuss. No, she's been as good as gold. She took all her medicine without making any fuss. Your turn. Are you ready for number 8? Here we go.
8.
He's lost a lot of weight since his illness. He's as thin as a rake.
Here we go. He's lost a lot of weight since his illness. He's as thin as a rake. He's lost a lot of weight since his illness. He's as thin as a rake. Your turn. Are you ready for number 9?
9. When I pressed the button, the nurse came as quick as a flash and changed my drip.
Here we go. When I pressed the button, the nurse came as quick as a flash and changed my drip. When I pressed the button, the nurse came as quick as a flash and changed my drip. Your turn. Ready for number 10? Here it comes.
10.
My new medication works like a dream. I feel 100 times better.
Ooh, what about this one? My new medication works like a dream. I feel 100 times better. My new medication works like a dream. I feel 100 times better. Your turn. Now, sorry for shouting, but I was trying to encourage you. Excuse me if it was a little bit much, Now, let's listen again. This time I'm going to play the sentence. I'll pause the recording for you to repeat. Now, try not just to get the schwa sound, but try to copy the rhythm. Here we go. Are you ready?
.25. 1. My husband's as stubborn as a mule. He refuses to go to the doctor about his bad back.
Here comes number 2.
2. She's as white as a sheet. I think she's going to faint.
Repeat. Are you ready for number 3?
3.
He drinks like a fish. He really ought to cut down.
Repeat. Here comes number 4.
4.
He's as deaf as a post. You'll have to speak up a little.
Repeat. What about number 5? Here it comes.
5.
She sleeps like a log. I don't think she's ever had problems with insomnia.
Repeat. Are you ready for number 6? Here it comes.
6.
Your mother's as blind as a bat. She should get her eyes tested.
Repeat. You ready for the next one? Here it comes.
7.
She's been as good as gold. She took all her medicine without making any fuss.
Repeat. Here comes number 8.
8.
He's lost a lot of weight since his illness. He's as thin as a rake.
Repeat. Number 9.
9. When I pressed the button, the nurse came as quick as a flash and changed my drip.
Repeat. And number 10.
10.
My new medication works like a dream. I feel 100 times better.
Now, Now, there we have our 10 sentences. Now, I have a challenge which I sincerely hope you accept. Now, I know these pronunciation exercises where we listen and repeat, we copy the sounds, we copy the rhythms. I know they're not the most exciting. I know that. I know they're not the most exciting, but I have a challenge which will hopefully make it a little bit more interesting for you. My challenge to you is the following. I hope you accept it. I challenge you to record yourselves. You can use WhatsApp, use your phone and send it to me. You can send it to my personal. No, you can send it not just to the group, to the personal. You can send it a direct, what we call a direct message, no, to my WhatsApp, no. If you feel brave enough, when you perfect the pronunciation of these sentences with the schwa and the rhythm, no. Here's my challenge. Send me recordings to a direct message to my WhatsApp, and I will listen with great interest to your pronunciation exercise. How about that? I hope you accept my challenge, I hope you accept my challenge. So record yourselves. If you're happy with what you hear, send it. If you're not happy with what you hear, record it again. Okay, remember, practice makes perfect. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.